be like, no, like you've done all of this stuff, like you would be a great fit for any of these positions. So yeah.
I would like to chime in, just because I think that there's something that happens in a lot of other communities, not exclusively esports or gaming, but just in general in society, where you'll find a qualified individual, and that individual will be male, and that individual will be, let's just say, slightly underqualified for the job. And let's say you find another individual that's not a male. This person is very qualified, but unfortunately, they happen to identify as female or non-binary, and this person suddenly their gender or their sex or their race or whatever they have no longer becomes qualified exclusively by merit of something that they can no longer control because of who they are. And I think that same stigma exists inside of our small subculture niche of esports. Yes. And I think it's exacerbated because a lot of our community is people who are others in general. And that's not to say just people who are LGBTQ+, not just people who are of color, but even the cis white men inside of our community are considered others inside of the larger community of our society. They're considered the unwanted, they're considered the unwelcome. And so the whole idea is that they are supposed to be here. They are supposed to be welcome in every which regard, and they're supposed to have this large red carpet come out, even if they've never really done anything to necessarily deserve it by merit of existing. And that is a notion, once again, that I reject, because it takes away from the idea that there are more qualified individuals who may not look like you and who are just as qualified, and suddenly all these qualifications of someone who's speaking up about the community, speaking up about something being wrong in the community and making people know that they need to do better, which can ultimately make them more money. Someone that is ultimately more engaged and more active on social media is no longer a plus because they're too active on social media. They comment on too much. Suddenly this person that takes all these selfies, no, they're not okay, because these selfies are not suited for work, okay? They're in a bathing suit. That's not okay. There is a certain je ne sais quoi. I'm substituting words because I want to be polite and respectful on your stream, but there are certain individuals, I love to call them basement dwellers, that absolutely believe by merit of being interested in something and never really putting any work or effort into it, they are allowed these positions exclusively by merit of just being not welcome in the general society, and they are supposed to be welcoming in gaming. I think a lot of esports caters to them, and I think that a lot of those same people get put into positions of power where they only hire people that look like them, even if they're underqualified, because they're more likely to give them a chance than to give anyone else a chance. And that can result in, obviously, all of us, real others, not to say that they're fake others, but like to make the remainder of the minority feel like there's something we are inherently doing wrong. Like, if I had only applied for more internships, if I had only worked 3 jobs instead of 2, if I had only gone homeless for another 5 months and not actually splurged on these clothes, if I had only worn a shirt over my bathing suit, if I had only not tweeted about the election, if I had only not said Black Lives Matter here, I would have this job. And that is false. It's not true. Because the reality is, by existing, we are already doing something that removes our experience first and foremost. And that's something that imposter syndrome heavily clenches and leeches onto. And it becomes even worse when we're denied opportunities exclusively because of something that we cannot personally control, exclusively by merit of being ourselves. It's very frustrating. And I just want to take this time to let everyone inside of this call know that everyone in here is more than qualified for anything they've ever tried to do. We are all women who have tried to work our hardest to get where we are. And we've done that in spite of everyone who thought that we were not enough, because we are. And I just want to see the look on every mother face when we get to the position of power and they sit there and they realize that they missed out on something special.
I just want to stop the stream with a sentence.
I just met you and I love you, so
Sabriel, I'd
pretty
love
much
to
said everything I said.
Yeah.
I can say no, I'm good. I could chill.
Sabriel, I want to give you a chance to weigh in on this topic too.
Might be much shorter here because oh gosh, but so imposter syndrome. Even though I know what